In a quiet lane of Old Delhi, there was a toy workshop. It was famous not for the toys it sold, but for the toys it almost made. Gopal was a master craftsman. His hands could carve magic from wood. His eyes could see beauty in a plain block. His mind overflowed with ideas. Every morning, he would arrive with a new vision. "Today," he'd announce, "today I will create the most beautiful wooden elephant this city has ever seen." He would carve eagerly, passionately for hours. The trunk would take shape, the ears would emerge, the eyes would begin to show life. And then a new idea would strike. "A tiger!" he'd exclaim. "A tiger would be even better." He'd abandon the elephant, grab new wood, and start again. Years passed. Gopal's workshop became a museum of almosts. Half-carved elephants lined the shelves. Tigers without stripes stared from corners. Horses missing legs stood like sad sculptures. Dolls with one eye watched the door, waiting for completion that never came. Dust settled on everything. Customers would visit, hoping to buy. They'd see beautiful beginnings, but nothing finished. "Gopalji, do you have any complete toys to sell?" Gopal would look around, embarrassed. "Come back next week. I'm working on something special." Next week came. The same question, the same answer, the same empty hands. One day, a young boy named Raju came to the workshop. He had saved his money for months, every paisa, every coin. "Gopalji," he said, eyes shining, "I want a wooden horse. My mother told me you make the best toys in Delhi." Gopal's heart swelled. A customer, a real customer. Yes, yes, a horse, a magnificent horse. Come back in 1 week. Raju left, happy. Gopal started immediately. The horse began to take shape. Strong legs, flowing mane, proud head. And then a new idea struck. A chariot, he thought. A chariot pulling a horse would be even better. He abandoned the horse and started on a chariot wheel. A week passed. Raju returned. "Gopalji, is my horse ready?" Gopal looked at the half-finished horse, the half-finished chariot, the pile of abandoned dreams. "Next week," he mumbled. "Come back next week." Raju's face fell, but he nodded and left. This happened 4 times. 4 times Raju came. 4 times he left empty-handed. The 5th time, he didn't come alone. His mother came with him. "Gopalji," she said gently, "my son has been saving for months. He talks about your horse every night. Please, is it ready?" Gopal looked at the boy's hopeful eyes, looked at the mother's patient face, looked at his workshop of almosts, and for the first time in years, he felt shame. That night, Gopal sat alone in his workshop. Moonlight fell on the half-finished toys. They seemed to watch him, waiting. "Look at you," he whispered. "Look at me." He picked up the horse. It was beautiful, even unfinished, so close, so nearly done. "Why?" he asked himself. "Why do I always stop?" The answer came quietly. Because starting is exciting, finishing is work. Starting is a promise, finishing is delivery. He had spent his life making promises. He had delivered almost nothing. The next morning, Gopal did something different. He didn't start anything new. He took the horse from the shelf, he dusted it off, and he finished it. The legs got their final shape. The mane was carved to perfection. The eyes were painted with care. A saddle was added, tiny and detailed. Days passed. Gopal worked only on the horse. No new ideas, no distractions, just completion. When it was done, he held it in his hands. It was perfect, not because it was the best toy he'd ever made, but because it was complete. He wrapped it carefully and walked to Raju's house. The boy's face when he saw the horse, that face was worth more than all the unfinished dreams in his workshop. That horse changed everything. Raju played with it every day. He told his friends. Soon, other children came to Gopal's workshop, not for promises, but for toys they could hold. Gopal still got new ideas. He still felt the excitement of beginning, but now he had a rule. Finish one before you start another. It was hard. Some days he wanted to abandon and chase the new, but he remembered Raju's face. He remembered the shame of empty hands. He remembered the joy of completion. One by one, the half-finished toys were completed. The shelves emptied of almosts and filled with actuals. The workshop came alive with finished creations, ready to bring joy. Gopal's story is the story of so many of us. We start projects with excitement. We begin courses with enthusiasm. We make promises with passion. And then the new idea comes, the distraction appears, the excitement fades, and we leave behind a trail of almosts, half-finished books, abandoned hobbies, broken promises, dreams that never became real. But here's the truth. Starting is easy. Anyone can start. The world is full of starters. Finishers are rare, and finishers are the ones who change the world. A half-finished dream is just a pile of wood. A completed toy, no matter how simple, can make a child's eyes shine. A finished project, no matter how small, is infinitely more valuable than a masterpiece that never got done. So finish what you start, not because it's easy, but because it's the only way your dreams become real. The world doesn't need your promises, it needs your completions. If Gopal's story spoke to your own unfinished projects, subscribe to Life Lessons Daily for more stories about persistence, completion, and seeing things through. Click the bell for daily reminders that finishing is what counts. In the comments, share what's one thing you've started that you're committed to finishing. Your promise might help you keep it.